I think the Democrats now be taking some narrow leadership at the House means that they'll have more fiscal maneuvering room. They also will have somewhat more maneuvering room on confirming people to various kinds of appointments, including judges, by the way. And so a whole range of things now become possible for President-elect Biden. One should be cautious, though, about overstating this. It's still a US Senate that's divided 50-50. And so what the president-elect will have to do in his administration is be careful to listen to moderates on both the Republican and the Democratic side moving forward.
Well, exactly. And that was the next question I was going to ask you about, the fact that the Democrats are looking at a very slim majority, 50-50 in the Senate, with Vice President Kamala Harris the tie-breaking vote. So to get legislation passed, in many cases, I would expect that they'll need some buy-in, perhaps from Republicans as well. What is most likely to get through in terms of Joe Biden's policy agenda? Where could he find the most support?
Well, I think a couple of different points there. In the arcane rules of the US Senate, as long as the filibuster remains in place, as it seems to still for most legislation, that does mean then that the kinds of policy items that President Biden will be able to get through, or his administration will be able to get through along with Democratic support, will be those on the fiscal side of things. And so that narrows the sorts of things they'll be able to do without broader support from the Republican as well as the more conservative Democratic side. I think, however, even given that what the administration will be able to move forward on pretty quickly will be certainly things like additional relief for the pandemic. There will be some efforts to move forward on some parts of healthcare, though not very widely. But more than that, I think there will be support for infrastructure reform and possibly as well for some cybersecurity efforts to deal with things like the supposed breach headed by the Russians, we think, of US government that's been going on since March.